Good afternoon, everyone. This is Savannah popping in from LOPP for our advocacy info and questions today. I have pre-recorded this for you all as I am packed today, morning through afternoon, in various hearings that you'll hear about as I go through bill updates. And Regina is back out of town, so she sends her regards. Also a busy lady. So we're running around doing what we got to do, but we didn't want you to miss AIQ 2 weeks in a row, so this is what we're doing. And with that, I'll jump right in. I just want to go over updates on bills that we're considering for Lobby Day, as well as a couple updates on a couple other bills that have been in our tracker that I think you might be curious about before ending with the usual homework items. So let's get into it. So the first update on AB 2728, this is the SB4 follow-up bill. This is being heard today, this afternoon, in Assembly Local Government Committee. So that's where I'll be. One of the hearings I'll be tackling this afternoon after you watch this video. That was AB 2728, the SB4 follow-up bill, and I will touch more on that in the homework items. But again, that's being heard today, this afternoon. Next bill, AB 1851 by Assemblymember Holden, is also being heard today, but by the time you watch this, I will not have had an update on this as it's being heard this morning in Assembly Appropriations Committee. So I'll be going off to that hearing after I finish recording this for you all. But that was AB 1851 by Assemblymember Holden. That's the bill that would create the pilot program to start testing school drinking water to start phasing out lead in that drinking water, hopefully. And again, that one's being heard this morning in Assembly Appropriations. Next bill on the list, AB 1864 by Assemblymember Connolly. This is the pesticide protection for children in schools bill. This one is also being heard this afternoon in Assembly Education Committee. So that was AB 1864 by Assemblymember Connolly, being heard this afternoon in Assembly Education Committee. Next, AB 2401, Assemblymember Ting's bill. This is the Clean Cars for All program bill. This passed out of Assembly Natural Resources on Monday, so exciting. It was on the consent calendar in that committee, so I didn't even have to bother giving a me-too because it was just voted on right away and no public comment or anything. So that's exciting. It moves on. That was AB 2401, Assemblymember Ting's bill. Again, that's the Clean Cars for All program bill that would codify that program and also increase efforts to perform outreach and incentivize most disadvantaged communities in the state to get those credits. And that is out of Assembly Natural Resources as of Monday. Moving right along to AB 2577 by Assemblymember Irwin. No major updates on this bill. This is the bill that would add the language to existing law to require food date labeling reform in said existing law. This one is still in Assembly appropriation suspense, so it's on the suspense file there, so kind of the black box. If you've come to AIQ a lot in the past, suspense is kind of this black box where we don't really know what's going to happen or when things are going to move off of suspense, but hopefully that will get another hearing chance. But for now, AB 2577 is still in suspense. Next bill that has an update is SB 1375 from Senator Durazo. This is the bill that would create the Equity, Climate Resilience, and Quality Jobs Fund in order to finance workforce training and standards to meet the climate resiliency workforce needs, taking into account federal funds from various bills that have been passed recently, such as the Inflation Reduction Act. This bill is being heard today as well in Senate Labor, Public Employment, and Retirement Committee. This is one of the this isn't one of the Dream Alliance bills. Just kidding. It's one of our Green California Coalition bills that we're monitoring, but on our list of consideration for Lobby Day. So this is SB 1375 is this bill being heard this afternoon as well. Next bill is also a Durazo bill. This is SB 1255 by Senator Durazo, and this is the one that would require the State Water Resources Control Board to develop a needs analysis of the state's public water systems, with the ultimate goal of trying to determine the cost of actually making water affordable for underserved communities, particularly really, small communities in the state. This one is on to its next committee as well, and its next hearing is on Monday, April 29th. So that's where this bill will be headed on Monday, and that is SB 1255, that one. Next bill in the order is AB 2191 by Assemblymember Santiago. This is the Cal EITC coalition bill. So again, this one would would establish the Cal EITC Outreach, Education, and Free Tax Assistance Grant Program, which would ultimately help community-based orgs and local government agencies to increase the number of eligible households claiming the credit, really expanding capacity in order to do the outreach to get people these important credits. This bill is also being heard this morning. So again, I don't have an update for you all at present as at the time of recording this. But that's another bill I'll be monitoring today and therefore to give public comment on this morning in Assembly Appropriations Committee. So there are 3 bills in Assembly Appropriations this morning that you will hear about more next week because I do not have an update at 7:40 this morning as I'm recording this for you all. But that is AB 2191 Santiago also being heard in Assembly Appropriations today. The next bill with an update on our lobby day bills for consideration is SB 333 by Senator Cortese. This is one of the 2-year bills that's on our list. This was the bill focusing on the CalSOAR Guaranteed Income Program, which would award public school students who are in 12th grade and homeless a guaranteed income of $1,000 for 5 months from April through August in 2025. However, this bill was just amended minorly. It wasn't a big change, but it decreased that the amount of months from 5 months to 4 months. So instead of going from April through August, the guaranteed income would go from April through July. The author was essentially told if they wanted any chance of it passing, in this budget year, they had to decrease that because actually even just decreasing that by 1 month would save billions of dollars, according to the advocates that are kind of in charge of sponsoring this bill and are keeping us updated on the bill's movement. So nothing too major, but it did decrease the time frame of the guaranteed income being distributed from 5 months to 4 months. And that number was SB 333, if you didn't catch it when I said it first. Next bill that has an update, SB 1061 by Senator Limon. This is also being heard this afternoon in Senate Health Committee. So this is the bill that would prevent credit card reporting agencies from adding medical debt to credit reports. This is one of our Dream Alliance bills that we're also in support of this year. That was SB 1061, and it's being heard today in the Senate Health Committee. And the last lobby day bill, considering lobby day bill that I have an update on is AB 2090 by Assemblymember Irwin. This one is also among the list of bills that have been heard by the time you watch this morning in Assembly Appropriations Committee. So this is the bill and that would require the Office of Farm to Fork to work with other state agencies and transportation sector to try to work on how we get food to food insecure communities in the state, and how public transit plays a role in that, and also to network and discuss with schools how they can better get food to children during scheduled academic calendar breaks. So that is that bill, AB 2090, being heard today in Assembly Appropriations Committee. So that was AB 2090. AB 1851 and AB 2191. All the bills, all those bills that I just talked about for you all are being heard in Assembly Appropriations. slash they have been heard by the time you watch this in Assembly Appropriations this morning. And with that, those were all the updates on the lobby day bills, or are considering lobby day bills. But there were a couple other ones that I just wanted to give an update on because I think you all might care about it. SB 1011 by Senator Jones. This was the bill that would be harmful, and if it would continue to move, we would be in strong opposition. This is the bill that would basically criminalize any homeless person activity, so sitting, standing, placing property, etc., on public spaces, public property in public areas would be criminalized. And so very harmful bill. It really connects to the Supreme Court case happening now. I don't know if you're all familiar with that, but the Supreme Court is currently hearing a challenge around whether to criminalize homeless behavior as well at the federal level. And just in law in general. So we'll see what happens with that. Hopefully they do the right thing in that regard. But thankfully at the state level, this one bill so far has failed. It failed in its policy committee. It was granted reconsideration, which just means they can tweak it or not, and they can hear it one more time. But since it failed the first time, I don't see it going anywhere. Obviously, I'll keep you updated. If it does happen to move again, but hopefully not. But at least we can consider that a small victory for now at the state level. And then the other bill I wanted to give an update on, AB 2200 by Assemblymember Kalra. This is the CalCare bill, so universal health care for all bill at the state level. This was heard yesterday afternoon. I was there to give our Me Too on the bill. It was heard in Assembly Health. Quite a big crowd showed up for this bill, which is great to see. I'm still waiting on the results of that. They were still amidst great discussion by the time I had left and wasn't sure if everyone was voting or not. They were leaving it open for absent members, the roll open to vote. So still waiting on those results. But again, I'll put it in the tracker once I get it, and we can maybe even touch on it next week at AIQ next week. But that was AB 2200, the Universal Healthcare Bill. Was heard yesterday. And with that, those are all the updates on bills that I have. A brief update on Lobby Day. We are up to 50 registrants, so that's exciting. We hope to get some more, obviously. Keep plugging away. There's a new flyer up on our social media and our website. Feel free to share that in your next round of newsletters or updates or plugs to people to attend. We're really looking for people, unsurprisingly, in Southern California. I can list districts next week if that helps people, or cities as well. But yeah, we're really trying to get more people. But you know, doing what we can to get more people to come. But 50 is a great number so far. We're excited about it. It kind of matches the amount of hearings that we have right now. We'll have to address whether or not we have capacity to take all the meetings, which hopefully we do, and hopefully we will. That's a plug to people to get them to hopefully come. We have 55 legislative meetings scheduled at present, so very exciting, busy day, but that would be great if we could take all those meetings. So keep plugging away as we are keep plugging away to hopefully get more people to attend. But those are all the updates I have. So now to your 3 homework items that are all connected to bills today, since several of them are being heard this afternoon, hence why I'm pre-recording this AIQ for you. So first item number 1, AB 2728, the SB4 follow-up bill, being heard this afternoon in Assembly Local Government Committee. Call your assembly members, if they're on that committee, ask them to support. That'd be great. Likewise with AB 1864 by Assemblymember Connolly, the Protecting School Children from Pesticide Spraying bill, being heard this afternoon in Assembly Education Committee. Likewise, if your assembly member is on that committee, please call them and ask them to support. Please call their office, ask them to support it. If we can get all these calls close to the hearing, that's awesome, because that would have it fresh in their brains. And then the last one, SB 1061 by Senator Lamone. This is the Preventing Medical Debt Being Placed on Credit Reports. being heard this afternoon in Senate Health Committee. So again, if your senators on Senate Health, please call them and ask them to support this bill. And you can find all of those committee information. I've sent various links. I think you might know how to find it on the Assembly page and Senate page by now, but if not, you can easily just Google California Assembly Local Government Committee, and then it should pop up a page, and then you go on there, and then there's a tab on all of these pages that says members, and you just click on that, and it will tell you who the members are of all these committees currently. So that's how you'll be able to find out if your legislature is on any of these committees. And with that, that was all I had to update and provide you with this week. Thanks for watching this recording around the scheduled time of AIQ. Hopefully next week we'll be back live, hopefully. It's quite a busy time right now leading up to Lobby Day and with all these committee hearings going on, but if need be, I can record it again, but hopefully we'll all be able to see each other live next week. I don't want to go 3 weeks without talking to you all directly, but we'll see. So thanks for watching, and please do your homework items. Thanks.